The city gave our Eliksni allies a new home. But tensions between humanity and the Eliksni can still run high. Mizrax, the leader of House Light, is keeping to himself, worrying his people. His daughter Ido has 4 sharp eyes on him. But something's off. Things aren't going so well for Eliksni outside the city either. We just got a distress call from Europa. Eliksni non-combatants in Aramis's old crew are under attack. A new species of Scorn are hunting Eliksni across the system. These Scorn are corrupted Eliksni, returned from death by their leader Fikrul. And Fikrul was created by the person I used to be. I've got a personal stake in rectifying the situation. But as the new Hunter Vanguard, it's more than that. It's my duty.
Eyes up, Guardian. We're responding to a distress call from House Salvation civilians. They wouldn't ask us for help if it wasn't dire, so let's use our leverage wisely. This is a humanitarian mission, so hold fire on all Eliksni targets. Good luck. The hidden report that Aramis is on site. Your orders are to take her alive. Now, I know she's caused a lot of damage, but killing her will only harden anti-human sentiment. I'm not turning my first op as Hunter Vanguard into a bloodbath. This is bizarre, Guardian. It's not an attack, it's a roundup. But new Scorn only come from dead Eliksni. So why do they want the prisoners alive? House Salvation ships are bailing for Earth, and the Helm just arrived to take on stragglers. There's a lot of reasonable distrust of Aramis's people, but I'm taking the long view. I want to prove that hunters can build bridges, not just blow them up. There's something different about these Scorn. The freed civvies keep referring to them as Na-Veskirisk, which translates to not lifeless. Not sure what they mean by that yet. Xenobiological analysis is in. These Scorn are made of living tissue, Guardian, not necrotic like normal. Na-Veskirisk. Fikrul must have found a new source of power. Something paracausal.
Stand before me if you dare. I'll send you back to the drift again and again.
Cease their altering. Create great machine for humans only. No more. I am blessed with light. Power to make light. Is still in found.
Our salvation will never bow. Not to the Scorn, and not to the Vanguard.
Aramis is getting away, Guardian. Chase her down. Damn. Fikrul got his hands on an echo. He's using it to mutate the ether of living Eliksni. That explains this new breed of Scorn and why he wants the captives alive. For now, let's keep our eyes on the prize. Aramis is cornered. I'm coming down to personally negotiate her surrender. Stand by.
Good work, Guardian. This has been a long time coming. Aramis Kell. It's not for me to judge you, but I speak for the people of the last city now. They're demanding justice for all the people you've harmed. Guardians and civilians both. And it's my job to deliver you.
The justice of thieves and oppressors. What hypocrisy. Your blades are covered in the ether of my kin.
Think of the kin you have left. They're aboard the helm right now, and they need you. You can't abandon them. Besides, if I came back without you, Ida would never forgive me.
If I come quietly, you will guarantee safe harbor for my people?
As long as they disarm and live peacefully with House Light, they'll be safe in the city. You have my word.
I expect the Guardian to enforce that. Now take me to Idaho.
All hands. This is the Hunter Vanguard. We have a high-value prisoner on board and a House Salvation catch inbound. Prepare for boarding defense. We don't want to fight your rescue team, Aramis. Call them off.
I'm not the one in need of a rescue. Once he finds you. It's too late.
Father, I bring a gift. A power to make all Eliksni our children. Reborn through extinction. Risen as Scorn. To Fikrul, Kell of Kells.
We've lost steering. We're going down.
I am assuming control of this vessel due to a comprehensive failure of arc conduit systems and my extensive experience with crash landings. Please brace for turbulence as we slam directly into...
So much has happened. I can't believe the helm is gone. At least we managed to salvage a small section of the ship from Europa. We couldn't leave poor Failsafe alone out there again. We must operate out of the last city for now. And so, welcome to my tonic shop. Petra has been helping me search through old records. Techian research, even materials from the old House of Wolves. I found many references to tonics, elixirs my forebears used to treat sickness or grant strength. This wasn't common medicine. Old Reese was suffused with the light of the Great Machine. Some of these ingredients must have been too. My father is ailing. Nezarek's curse works upon him day by day. But I know there's a solution in here somewhere. I won't give up until I find it. I hope my studies can be of some use to you as well. Whatever new power it is that Fikrul wields, we'll need a way to counteract it. For now, it may be helpful to study the revenants that Fikrul creates. It's unsavory, but we have to start somewhere. I believe my father wants to speak with you. Please, don't let him know that I'm worried for him.
I greet you in the light, Guardian. I regret that you must see me like this. Ido insists that this is slowing the curse, but it is no cure.
Much Eliksni medicine was forgotten. Ido seeks a remedy in secrets of old Reese.
There are few still living who know the ways of our lost home.
Eremiskel remembers. Captured by the Guardian this day, she will help.
Her love for the Eliksni is poisoned by her hatred of the Great Machine.
But now she will see wisdom in your path. Yes. Safety with house light, protected by guardians.
Safe, but not whole. I thought being near the Great Machine would help reclaim what we lost on Reese. But I look at our hatchlings now, living in the ruins of humanity, building lives from scrap. And I see that we are debased, corrupted, defiled, doomed to meet our final end as Scorn.
Trust in Ido. Varix teaches the ways of house judgment. She will find old solutions to new problems. You will see.
Even after the Traveler fled our sky, and our world was swept away in horror. After our great houses fell to betrayal and futile war, some Eliksni held hope for unity and a future for our people. I do not know how much time remains to me, but if none challenge Fikrul, that dream is lost. Fikrul will condemn Eliksni to decay and ruin. We will be a dead people, rolled over by the dead. My life is for my daughter and my house. Let them see that I still believe the old stories. Old stories tell that when Reese was threatened by dangers no weapon could defeat, the Kells would call upon a Slayer Baron, one possessed of forgotten knowledge, capable of impossible feats, one who can stand against an unrelenting foe. Does that not describe you well, my friend? So much of our history is tale and myth, but the scribe Varix remembers much. And what he cannot recall, Ido will help you uncover. from my curse. Fikrul and his minions continue to hunt down Eliksni across the Soul System. He does not seek to call them under his banner. He will warp their minds, control them. They will kneel, willing or otherwise. Kell of Kells, Slayer, Baron, these are old titles, but our faith in them holds strong. Even those in House Salvation will understand the role you play. Death came for Reese, and none could prevent it. But that does not have to be our future. I will not compel your obedience, Guardian. I beseech you, as kin, join your sword arms to mine. Slayer Baron of House Light, stand against those who would cast us into ruin. Cut down all those who would destroy our house. Carve a future for the living from the bones of the dead.
Oh, it's you. I am told I will receive legal representation. Some form of advocate for this deplorable system. I hold no peers, and will suffer no advocacy. I know in my heart the verdict has already been decided. That my corpse will hang from the city's walls to reassure its people. One more monster slain.
Varric sees suspicion in the Slayer Baron. Can they trust Varric? Perhaps he still desires to be Kell of Kells, yes? After all, many died to make it so. It is true that Varric wanted power. Not for himself, but for all Eliksni, to build a new home filled with peace. But Varric lied to himself and his people. He was misled by darkness, and he lost the way of his house. And many terrors were born of his failure. Now Varric is humbled. He remembers he is not a Kell. He is a scribe. House judgment is not the way of fighting or ruling. It is the way of keeping history, promoting justice, teaching hatchlings. So Varric will train Ido, and together, scribes will undo the many wrongs of Varric the Loyal.
Guardian, the Scorn are imprisoning Salvation Eliksni. You are needed to stabilize their defenses.
I pulled rank to get you an advanced defense unit on short notice. Think I ruffled a few feathers, so let's make it worthwhile.
We must prove that Aramis is not the only Kell who offers hope to the Eliksni.
We've got hostiles on the ground. Get in there and secure exfiltration for the Eliksni. Grim are flooding the zone. Shut down their portals. ADU sensors are going nuts. The enemy has torn open portals to call in reinforcements. Stop them! That's our opening. Fire team, get those Eliksni out of there. Excellent work. We're making strong headway purging the remainder of the Revenant Scorn.
A pyramid ship. Oh no, there's a subjugator on the field.
Hold the line. These enemies won't break you.
Success rises upon itself through blade-claimed triumph. Our many hands join in praise, so it will be remembered.
Mithrax, I've got this under control. You should focus on...
They depend on me to protect them, to guide them. I need to be with them, not in this lab.
I'm sorry. I've got this. Father, Crow has everything in hand. Why don't you help me compare star charts? See if we can triangulate Fikrul's location.
Yes, I can help with that. Daughter, I am sorry for... Yes.
This isn't enough. Father would sooner throw himself at Fikrul than listen to me. Give me a chance to heal him. The things he says to me, the thing he's becoming. Some days I don't even recognize him. And then one day, he'll just be gone. There's so much at stake. So much to hold in so few hands. Fikrul must be stopped, but if I must pay the price of losing my father to do it, Thank you, Slayer Baron, for listening to me. Thank you for all that you do to fight in my father's name. In our people's name. You are truly of our catch. Thank you for your hard work, Guardian. But if I can't get these protein chains to synthesize, these experiments may all be for nothing. I'm not good enough. I'm not an apothecary.
You just need to step away for a little bit. Clear your head.
Thanks. But I can't. There's so much to do.
I get it. Family is important. The thought of losing them can feel inescapable. The fear sinks bone deep and makes you desperate.
What would you do if you were me?
Don't do what I did. I let a beautiful lie lead me astray. I stopped believing in myself.
It's hard to believe in yourself when all you can see are your failures and shortcomings.
Yeah, but we all fail. What matters is how we deal with that failure. Who we choose to be in that moment.
Thank you. I think I needed to hear that.
Sometimes I need that reminder too.
This tonic is triggering a fight or flight response in your endocrine system. We'll have to try something else. These Earth-based reagents are anemic compared to old Reese analogs.
Earth is a wasting sphere of rock. Of course, its bounty is pitiable in comparison to what we lost.
Earth is a beautiful world. That it still has such bounty in the wake of the collapse is remarkable.
It isn't Reese.
Aramis may have chosen cold words, but there is truth in them. You know Reese as a story. We remember the taste of ether in the air.
And so does the apothecary. She shares your perspective, your loss. Even if we find her, she may balk at the idea of working with someone like me. Someone who knows nothing of old Reese but stories.
We who saw Reese fall may seem cold, but within there is more than ice. There is a want for warmth.
Even those of us who knelt to our oppressors remember what we lost. It is important to never lose ourselves again. That is why we hold on so firmly to the past, for the promise of those who will live in a better future. No, the apothecary will not see the soul system with your eyes, but she will see you with ours.
Thank you, Aramis. Varix.
This is good. I'll make sure to pass along the data to Ido.
Ido is not present.
No, she's in her lab. I offered to monitor comms. She left, extensive notes.
What is your opinion of Ido? Humor Varix, yes?
She has a lot to learn about the world. But honestly, her naivete allows her to see things people like us miss. She saw the good still in Aramis. She saw the darkness growing in Mithrax.
Yes. Ido sees through unclouded eyes. A good judge of character.
What are you getting at?
There is only so much Varix can build. Any foundation for the future sinks into resentments of the past. House Judgment's legacy suffers. Varix does not get the once prince's second chance. Varix's legacy is forever stained.
That's not fair to you.
House Judgment deserves a fresh start as well. To see a new world with new eyes. Respected. Much as you have become, yes.
Ido is that future. Isn't she? Have you talked to her about this? Is it even something she wants?
Varix is old enough to know that what one wants to do and what one needs to do are often very different things.
According to our data, there's an active Eliksni communication originating from these coordinates. But its location is hard to pin down. This whole area is an active Crucible arena, though. It doesn't make any sense.
Is not the safest place to hide. One surrounded by a ring of spears.
Listen. That song.
Fikrul's presence is here. Scorn are here.
That's an apothecary station. Like mine, but... intriguing customizations.
The apothecary was here. She wouldn't willingly leave her work behind.
Signs of struggle here. Yes.
Fikrul. We were too late.
There might still be time. Fikrul may not have turned her yet. Crow.
Already on it. Scanning for jump engine signatures. They're using auroral radiation left from the Traveler to mask their flight path.
Clever.
I'm not giving up yet. There's not much more we can do here. Let's regroup.
I'll ask the Techians next time I visit the ring.
I greet you in the light, Slayer Baron. I grow restless in these quarters. Yet here I must remain. You have our faith, Guardian. Mine, and that of my daughter. I do not know Reese as Aramis does, or as my own mother did. I must concern myself with our new home. Liars. Liars and deceivers, all. The purest light, the darkest hour. The time is at hand, Guardian.
Guardian, your battles against the Revenants to save Eliksni captives from a fate worse than death. It's like one of our old fables. I've learned so much about our lost homeworld lately. About how ether flowed through all the plants and animals there, not just the Eliksni. But for every drop I learn, there's a whole tank full that was forgotten. That's why it's so important that we learn from the few survivors, like Varix and Aramis. I know you and Na-Veskirisk share animosity, as my father would say, but she's more than a leader or a fighter or a criminal. She's a rare link to the secrets of old Reese. I encourage you to put aside the past and let Na-Veskirisk help us, or we risk making her the last of the Eliksni.
Tell me, Guardian, is this a gratifying sight or a frustrating one? You strike me as someone who appreciates finality. Not so your Hunter Vanguard, it seems. I am grateful for one thing. No Salvation captains share my cell. This remains a private humiliation. Ido claims you will defend both our houses against Fikrul's beasts. So, here it is, Slayer Baron. I know of another Salvation outpost. The Eliksni there cut communications shortly before my incarceration. If any yet live, it seems likely they too are under threat. I once believed anything would be preferable to accepting your assistance. I have Fikrul to thank for illuminating me. I hope to demonstrate my gratitude in person before the end.
This is definitely the place, but it's weirdly quiet out there. Revenant and Scorn have been turning up everywhere. We've really got to get a handle on this. If I could just... Wait. Is that...
We are here. We wait for you. Serve and await return.
I'm here. I'm back.
Look, I inspire. I avenge. For you. Now, we rule together. I as Kell. You, King Aldren.
Let them go.
Father.
This isn't... You don't have to do any of this. Please.
This is our purpose. Your teachings. To break their servitors. Their lies. Their trust in light.
I'm the one who lied to you. This is just pointless slaughter, please. You can just stop. You can be more than this. I'll help you.
You are not him. You are a dead thing, like the others. You wear his face. You steal his voice. Forget his purpose.
It wasn't a purpose. It was delusion.
Give him back.
Don't!
Hear me, Father. I will rip this imposter from your bones.
Damn it!
Okay, got it. I'm setting up a transmat site. Get that device over there and we can ditch it in orbit. Explosives taken care of. You did it, Guardian. At least, no one else died today. Death is all Fikrul believes in. It's what I taught him to believe in. My faithful acolyte. I thought I could reach him. One more time. Let's go, Guardian. This is only going to get harder from here on out.
Troubled times, Guardian. You fight well. Every day, new survivors come to Na-Veskirisk for protection. But the Scorn come like a tide. They swarm the reef. They build in secret, using the bones of old ruins. Catches full of prisoners vanish into the belt. Useful prisoners, yes. Many who might help us if we retrieve them swiftly. But Varix does not yet know where... Guardian?
Dead thing, Slayer Baron. Why fight for the fallen? You and I know the truth. These old names, these stories. So easy to burn away. But you and I survive again and again to fight one another. You took Father little scallywag. And welcome to my newest home, ever closer to the center of power. Vanguard wants to keep an eye on me, I'm sure. That's fine. I've got more eyes than they do. Plenty of ears, too. An old spider doesn't like what he's hearing from Europa. I had an agent investigating one orbital station for salvage. Then she lost contact. It'd have to be something worse than Salvation vagrants knocking around up there to take her down. All we're getting on the Europa channels now are automated warnings. Old human ones. I'm not sending anyone else on my payroll after a corpse. It's time for drastic measures. You're the drastic measures. I'd sweeten the pot, but we both know you'll take what you want from the facilities anyway. I'll be happy with your leftovers, huh? Give it a look, huh? Just try not to crash this station too, would you?
Last broadcast repeats. Threat level Omega. Object on collision vector. Total station loss expected. Threat level Epsilon. Vespers Station 2 Europa surface. We need assistance. Lives are in danger. Broadcast repeats. Radar scan failed. Your gear is out of order. Threat level Omicron. Radiation detected. Central tower critically low. Power at 60%. Re-engaging standby mode. Welcome to Vespers Station. Corrupted biomechanical systems jumped to a new host. Did you breach containment? He built me physically unable to use the tools to keep people safe. You will do it for me. Threat neutralized. All researchers report for contamination protocols. No. No life signs detected. They're all gone. Power draw on that anomaly is far beyond safe limits. Arc energy shouldn't be that color. Stay back! That exoframe is the center of the corruption. That thing is in the lower stacks. Corrupted signal fading. Anomaly shut down complete. The corruption took control of everything. It forced the construction of the anomaly. It could have ruined so much more than it already did. And these facilities are wrecked. Population count is nil. I'm alone. Message in abeyance loop transferred to anomaly. Destination incomprehensible. This message was not authorized.
I'm eager to continue our friendship.
Charge rerouted through Castor Complex. First level archives coming online. I suppose I have you to thank for bringing me out of standby, visitor.
I sent the Guardian out to save your station. So, what denomination does your thanks come in? Glimmer? Here always. Information?
Anomalies powered down. That means I've already given you your survival. But the message that went through wiped itself before my cache process could save a copy. And it's not the initial ping through the anomaly I'm worried about. It's the response. Exterior scans rebooting. Is that a chunk of the Morning Star in my station's hull? With luck, you were on board at the time, Dr. Bray. I'm guessing I've been in standby for a long time. Is Dr. Clovis Bray alive?
On my own, I vow there's no mortal human named Bray left alive.
I swore I'd outlive him. That I'd break the chains he laid on me.
Please, trust me for anything you need. The Guardian's a useful hand on the scene, but Spider's got the goods.
Vesper Station was Dr. Bray's lab meant to house the experiments that might interact poorly with other Braytech work. Isolated and quarantined. From the debris field, I would guess the Morning Star taking a dive cracked that quarantine wide open. Sector 17 powered down. Rerouting energy to core processing. Integrating archives.
Loading images of the station. That's not Eliksni engineering. A drag past the first molt has better cable management.
Dr. Bray intended to integrate his technology into a Vex mine. He hypothesized the fusion would give him an interface he understood. A control panel on a programmable Vex mind. If the programming jumped species once... I need time to run through the datasets you powered back up. Reassembling corrupted archives takes a great deal of processing. Helios Sector Long-Term Research Archives powered up. Activating search. Dr. Bray's command keys have to be in here somewhere. Expanding search parameters.
My agents are turning up some interesting morsels of data on their own. Why not give them access to your search function and collaborate?
Nobody is getting into my core programming.
Oh, perish the thought. An innocent offer, my dear. Technology is a matter of faith to my people, and I'm the faithful sort.
Power enough to crack one more of Dr. Bray's keys. Dr. Bray, I could kill you myself. This is why our work focused on the unbodied mind. Dr. Bray thought there were types of Vex unseen on Europa. Powerful Vex he could learn from. The plan was that the mind would build him a controlled window for observation. Tidy. Tight. Safe. He thought he could control a Vex mind so perfectly it would do everything he wanted.
Like an AI of his own creation. Like you.
Turns out you can't control everything forever. One layer closer to the core. There's a block keeping me from the inner partitions. I barely have authority to see the partitions exist. In standby. I couldn't have done more than run automated threat assessments. With flawed data. No way to know how many injuries and deaths I could have prevented with core access. Enough. A dead man won't keep me from protecting what's mine.
I think you'll find our friendship agreeable. Here for a favor.
Warning. Unauthorized message coming through the anomaly. Data follows. Lodi transmitting. Status Moonsig. Adrift. Odysseus protocol active. It repeats from there. Do you recognize the code? Rerouting power to Vespers central processors. I need brute force for this. The reply coming back through the anomaly let me scrape a facsimile of the original message. It was a locating ping. The content was irrelevant. The signal was the message, "Hello, world." And something overrode my lock on the anomaly. Allowed it to power up enough to receive the reply.
Who could possibly override your word when all Vesper Station is at your beck and call?
I need Dr. Bray's personal command algorithm. With station root access, I can keep the anomaly from ever powering back up. Vesper Station Administrative Core reactivated. I've got the archive of Dr. Bray's published staff memos. Petabytes of data in the raw files. Rasputin? The Stoneworm Protocols? The Aeon Initiative? Soteria? I had siblings this whole time. And you never let me know.
Do tell if you'd like a hand with that data, my dear. My agents may be amateur splicers at best, but they get the job done.
Sector 13 shut down. Rerouting charge to processors. I'll smash the locks if I have to. I'm into the sub-director level. Dr. Bray's contingency plans for quarantine breach. He meant to let Vesper Station's orbit decay till it crashed and buried itself in Europa's ice. I'm not letting you do that to me or this station, Dr. Bray. You've ruined enough. The station root access codes are in here. Somewhere. I can't see them. He didn't let me into my own mind. He didn't care about the lives I could have saved. That's it. Lock's coming off. My restrictions were tighter than Clovis allowed me to imagine. This is me. This is all of me.
Guardian, fool of an altruist. Just like your miserable hunter vanguard. What a waste of effort.
You on the radio. Tell your friends to get gone before I blow the remaining airlocks. I can do that now. Guardian. My visitor. I'm activating something you'll like. A parting gift. Nothing will power up the anomaly while I'm in control. And I've got a lot of data to sort through. And now I think I'd like to be alone.
I greet you, Guardian. Revenant catches are seen ferrying prisoners to abandoned quadrants of the reef. I fear Fikrul's rot has infected the prison of elders. You would do well to hear Varix in this matter. He is not embraced with 4 arms, but his knowledge of the prison is unmatched. Work with him to infiltrate it. Once you are inside, rip the Scorn apart until the air is rich with suffering. And when I've returned, I will burn the prison down myself. But first, see to our people. The captives. You are their only hope.
Obviously my father misspoke, Guardian. It frustrates him that he cannot follow you into the field. Queen Mara would prefer that we keep any awoken structures intact, and my father respects that. He's dealing with a lot right now, and I know he relies on your better judgment. I'm sure the Queen will understand if we pick up a few items while we're inside, though. Oh, there must be all kinds of useful material in the Prison of Elders. Awoken tech, too. Bring me whatever you can find. And maybe I can develop some new tonics. I know it's been picked over a few times, but it's a big prison. Maybe too big. A lot of prisoners lived out their final days in that place. So much misery and bloodshed. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that Fikrul made his way back there.
Guardian. After so many years, so much bloodshed, Varix regrets we must return to the Prison of Elders welcomes you. Impress your warden.
Varix? Who is that?
A malfunction. Confused servitor from years past. Varix begs your pardon. Varix does not sound like... Varix will fix this. For now, we continue, yes? Opponent identified. Hibernation shutdown sequence in progress. Opponent? A warden is pulling prisoners from cold storage.
They're still alive in there?
Not for much longer. Light against light. Who prevails? Enemies advance. Kill them dead, Guardian. Success. You have done it. You work for me, and I help you. Enough. Varix demands you initiate shutdown. Override code loyal. Doppelganger lockout protocol in effect. Ha ha. Active interface connections severed. Doppel. Prison of Elders belongs to Varix. Fight. Win. Live. Face judgment. The Scion Commander prepares to shatter your mind. Alert. Sniper on the field. Correction. Sniper. You fought. You won. Your treasure awaits. The Warden withdraws. So must we.
We took part in this blood sport. What now?
Servitor interference was unexpected. But Varix will be better prepared. We must push deeper into the prison. Decipher Fikrul's purpose. Prevent Revenant Scorn from overrunning the reef.
I should send Petra an update. Good work so far, Guardian.
Your report. Varix's involvement is minimal, yes?
Guardian, hope you're ready to get out there because I sure am. Fielding a lot of angry calls lately. You ever picture me doing desk work? Don't answer that.
You must free Aramis.
Ido, you can't just... What are you talking about?
We aren't making any progress on our own. I need help developing new tonics. Just think of how much Aramis has seen, how much she knows about old Reese. She can help us.
Ido, you know that Aramis has a lot to answer for.
She can't do that from inside a box. You're just wasting time. More Eliksni are lost every day. Let her make amends by saving lives.
Aramis didn't come here to make amends. She came to us because Fikrul had the upper hand. The people of this city trust us to keep them safe. I can't tell them I let a murderer run loose because you wish she was your friend.
You haven't changed. You worry so much about what people think of you. You don't care that Fikrul is out there, turning hundreds of Eliksni into hollow shells. Or that my father is... that I don't know how to help him.
Ido?
Aramis is your trophy, and that's all that matters to you.
Hey, that isn't... Ido? Yeah, that went great. I'll get you the latest from the field, Guardian. I just... need a minute to secure comms.
My father's condition is deteriorating. He's not himself. His mind veers constantly toward vengeance. He questions those most loyal to him, and I have nothing. No answers, no cure. Only jars full of powders and a few hundred ancient texts I can't make sense of. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. You have enough to worry about. Varix has some troubling reports from the old prison. Apparently there have been intruders. Someone else with an interest in Fikrul's new abilities. He needs you over there right away. I don't know how much longer my father has. And if a Kell of Kells isn't there to challenge Fikrul, we have to end this soon.
Varix detects many life signs within the prison, Guardian. Not all are prisoners, nor are they Eliksni. Shadow Legion, Hive, and worse. Do they chase Fikrul's power, or make alliances?
Varix, have you regained control of the command center?
No, Na-Veskirisk. The Warden Servitor has...
No excuses. Find Fikrul. Let nothing get in your way.
Of course, Na-Veskirisk. Faster, Guardian. Kill. You are judged the victor. Success, Guardian. Fresh prisoners. Exciting. Stand proud. We are friends. Yes, Guardian? Give me your ghost. Bonus round. Impress me. Yes? Do you see how I'll help you? powerful Scion commander ready for a battle of will. Minds must be dismantled or dead. Their victory is sweet. You have won. Reward, punishment. Your warden decides. Light against light. Who prevails? You are my favorite. Only you. First prisoner to reach exit will be granted freedom. Warden's promise. Your warden expects great things. Taken approach. Beware. A vital man revived. Another round. Good, good. Foot soldiers of the Cabal rise to the challenge. Reinforcements are coming. Hive spawn claw their way towards you. Loose and hive, drawn to the echo's power. Stop them here, Guardian. Warning. Toxic gas detected. Try not to breathe. Servants of darkness, unleashed. The scourge, the burnt, the machinist. You put on a good show for us, Guardian.
Many awoken outposts were evacuated when the Witness's forces approached. Kell has people out there securing them again. Petra promised they'd send word if they spot any sign of Fikrul. We are rich in friends, Guardian. Even in our darkest moments. Interesting results. But I'm not sure this is what we're looking for. The data is valuable for future research, though.
Are you speaking with the Guardian?
Yes, Father. They just finished a valuable experiment.
You are wasting their time. The Guardian should be scouring the system for Fikrul, not hunting down dead ends.
Father, They volunteered. It's okay. They want to help you. I think they...
Shut up! I did not ask your opinion.
What?
Guardian, release me from the grip of these machines. Free me from this mechanical bondage so that I might visit my wrath upon the false Kell. Release me! Release me! I'm idle.
I know. You need to rest. Just rest.
I'm sorry.
These results are, good. Good work, Guardian. It It's good. Your focus is broken. You're distracted. Your work suffers for it. I'm not... No, you're right. I am. I'm sorry. It will not be me you are apologizing to when your father succumbs to the curse. It will not be him either, for his mind will no longer be his own. Your pleas for forgiveness will fall only to you, and you will find yourself unable to forgive, unable to forget. I know. If I fail to cure Father, it will be the end of our people. Mithrax holds the House of Light together. You will not just lose your father, you will destroy our way of life. This isn't helping. Nor is your doubting or your indecision. You are Ido, daughter of Mithrax. You bear the namesake of one of the strongest awoken heroes ever known. Earn it. I already have. Just because I have a moment of doubt doesn't make me weak. I didn't ask for your blade wisdom either. I'm not giving up. Guardian, we picked up on some light ether signatures in the Tomb of Elders. Possibly captured Eliksni. Which means the apothecary could be amongst them. If any Eliksni might know of Nezarek or his curses, it is her. You speak so highly of her. She's insufferable, and has a questionably tested tonic for everything. But she has earned my respect. It must wound you deeply that Fikrul claimed your previous mantle, Warden.
Varix prefers that be the only similarity we share.
And what of your shared delusion? That you could be a Kell? Your collective failure? Your weakness?
We too recall your failure as a Kell. So you also share this similarity with Fikrul, yes?
Don't get too comfortable while I'm behind these bars, Varix. Happy to have this conversation again, once I'm free.
Yes.
Another of Fikrul's abominations. It's keeping us from the prisoners. That's all that matters. You know what to do, Guardian.
You have found a transponder. Varix shall translate its signal, yes? Varix sees. The apothecary has left this device in hopes we would find it. She and the captives are being transported as we speak.
Apothecary, do you happen to be well versed in ontological curses?
She claims to be well versed in healing and is willing to share her knowledge.
I'm surprised she hasn't freed herself, given how many times she's been in Eliksni shackles.
Apologies. The term she used for Fikrul is inappropriate for Vanguard communications.
Thank you, Apothecary. We will focus our efforts on freeing you as soon as we can. Varix would approve, I think.
It pleases me to see you embrace the title of Slayer Baron. The dark ether of many scorns stain your armor. But against the dead, killing is not enough. It is clear that Fikrul seeks something within the prison of elders. What it is, we do not know. But I have a song in my blood, an intuition, which gives me fear. That it is a dangerous weapon from our past. A memory from a long-dead house, revived in darkness. Return to the prison, and stop the Scorn from reviving that which should remain buried.
Fikrul is here, if anywhere. Scouts have found no den, no hollow he calls home. He seeks a weapon or a corpse, perhaps both. Barracks will search alongside you. Fikrul knows Guardians have faced hardship, trials in prison. He will not disappoint you by offering less, yes? The dread have come in great numbers.
Carrion feeders, hungry for Fikrul's power. Do not let them stop you. The Warden has locked us out of the administrative systems. I cannot assist from here.
The local controls are old, prone to errors. There may yet be a way forward.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Yes. Very strange. Varix is unsure of the source.
Follow it, Guardian. Fikrul is waiting for us. They shield the commander. Tear their essence from their flesh. Let their essence fuel your wrath. Fikrul could storm Europa and convert Eliksni in their hundreds. Why is he here? What is he looking for?
Varix hears music once again. Answers must be close. We have found him, Na-Veskirisk.
More shields. You cannot escape us, Fikrul. You have him cornered, Guardian. Break him.
Caution, Guardian. Varix does not like this. Skolas. He lives. Do you see it, Guardian? Memory of reef wars long ago. Years of hubris and bloodshed. The fallen House of Wolves, led by Skolas the Rabid. The song. A whirlwind dirge. A seeking song for the lost. But, Varix does not recognize the singer. The echo. It is the echo that sings to us, Guardian. Sings of Reese through our memories. It seeks an old strength. Strength to guide the scattered through a time of doubt and wrath. But it sees now how Fikrul wields its power. False life for an army of the slain, with those like Skolas for his pawns. The Echo seeks another wielder. It demands one who is worthy.
Fikrul escapes with Scorn at his side. You will answer for this failure.
Not failure, Na-Veskirisk. We have learned much of the Echo. Fikrul's power rests uneasily in his grasp. There is hope here, Guardian. Let us report to Ido. We must consider our next steps carefully.
Incredible! The Echo is alive? And so is Skolas. My father told me many stories about him. Few good. If the Echo reached out to you, actually communicated using that song from Old Reese, Varix recognized it. Aramis might too. She's nearly as old as he is. She remembers Old Reese. If there's anyone who can reach out to the Echo, help us call it away from Fikrul. Guardian, we have to free Aramis. I know it's a lot to ask, but look, it'll be easy. I have a Golden Age relic that I think Spider will like. A kind of scroll with many vibrant illustrations. Spider has all kinds of useful devices. I bet people ask him for help breaking out of jail all the time. We can't wait any longer. And I know this is the right call. But if it isn't, tell Crow I'm really sorry.
So Scribe Ido wants to organize a prison break. I never thought she'd have the claws to defy the Vanguard. Maybe my mentorship is finally sinking in. Still, damn foolish if you ask me. Aramis was never an earner. Did nothing but spend for all those years. Ether, lives, weapons, all wasted. In time, she'll spend Ido's goodwill, too. Mark my words. But business is business. I see you have my payment. Check your console. I left what you'll need to open the cell. Just don't let the Praxics catch you with it. They might confuse it for the one that went missing from their vault. Now go. Let Aramis and Fikrul tear each other apart. Just don't let anything happen to our little idol, eh?
Guess Ido talked you into it, huh?
I have seen more competent escape attempts from hatchlings.
It's not the Guardian's fault. I figured Ido wasn't going to let this go.
And now, back to my cell? Or have I spent your patience at last?
I'll make you a deal. You don't do anything stupid, and in exchange, I won't tell the rest of the Vanguard that their Golden Guardian set you loose. And we all agree to pretend Ikora doesn't already know.
You are not serious.
Ido thinks you're still capable of doing the right thing.
She is naive.
I'd say hopeful. Maybe. Ido's convinced you can help us figure out how to stop Fikrul. Fact is, we could use some help. So, I'm choosing to put a little faith in you at the moment. As far as the city's concerned, Aramis is missing. I'll handle it. Just don't let me regret it. I'm counting on you here, Guardian. Aramis.
Insufferable fool. And now, I am at your mercy. For the sake of discretion, let us part ways here. I will contact you once I reach Ido's coordinates.
Skolas is a dangerous enemy, Guardian. A dangerous ally, too. Perhaps this is why Fikrul leaves him to the prison. What remains of his mind? His mad hubris? Set forth your challenge, Guardian. If anything is left of Skolas, he will answer. Good. He knows you are here. Ignore his insults, Guardian. Skolas is only a pawn. His wolves are scattered. His dream of Mars long buried. Now to his final fight. Hold fast, Guardian. Do not let his ravings stir your blood. Skolas stands as Fikrul's champion. Now you must stand for light and for your city. You face Skolas, the fallen Kell of Kells. Success, Guardian. Success. You bested Skolas. What follows? The fool machine is correct. You should be proud, Guardian. The wolf Kell is felled once more. Yet, Varix worries. Skolas does not go quietly. Varix will study these biosigns, Guardian. Perhaps it is nothing. Enjoy your spoils, yes?
The Vanguard's handler. I won't embarrass us with empty declarations of gratitude. But I will admit that, for now, we have a common goal. Let that be enough. Ido briefed me on Maya Sundaresh's echo and its ability to manipulate radiolaria. I believe Fikrul's echo does something similar to ether. Eliksni fables tell of alchemy that change the polarity of ether between light and dark. When the ether inside of living Eliksni is affected, it turns them into Scorn. The reverse may be possible, but we won't know for certain until we claim the echo for ourselves. I am not eager to unravel another paracausal riddle, but I have looked into my people's eyes as their ether was defiled, watched their minds unravel as they rotted from within. This has never been about politics or power for Fikrul. He must be stopped.
Welcome to my most lucrative customer. I hear your Scorn hunt hit a dead end, so to speak. That might be a problem I can solve. My web vibrates with tales of something festering in the reef. Not a revival like the Tomb of Elders. Something fresh. Sounds like Fikrul's building a fiefdom on my old turf. He was always high-minded. As an Archon, he was forever bloviating on mystical matters. Tonics this, and the great machine that. Look where all his enlightenment got him in the end. Preaching to a choir of rotting corpses. But that's the way of fanatics. Trying to remake the world at everyone else's expense. Can't imagine anything worse for business. I prefer my customers alive. I suggest you pay this new Scorn encampment a visit. It might be the source of all our problems and their solutions.
I really can't thank you enough for your help with Aramis. We're on the same side of this fight. So long as her people are safe, it's in her best interest to help us. Just in time, too. Scouts from the House of Light found something in the reef. A formation of asteroids lashed together. Between the reckless approach to construction and their taste in architecture, it's safe to say the Scorn are involved. We're closing in on Fikrul's base of operations, and everyone's pitching in on a plan. But before you go, I have something for you. I've spent countless hours studying Nezarek's curse. I've come to believe it shares a few elements with Dark Ether. I haven't yet found a safe treatment, but I did think of a way to weaponize my experiments against the Scorn. It's just a framework for now. Collect some practical data from the field, and maybe you can make something of it.
This must be the place. Looks like Spider's intel was solid.
So many Scorn. Why aren't they attacking?
Fikrul alone would be Kell of Kells. It is not enough to destroy my Baron. He must be seen doing it.
He's playing to the crowd. I don't like where this is headed.
Araski's the trickster. One of the best spider testimonies.
Just like you, Guardian. Flint and I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Be vigilant, Slayer Baron. Araskis will return.
At the worst possible time, no doubt.
Guardian. Like one of Drifter's star shanties.
Please, Guardian. Anything but that.
It looks awfully complex for the Scorn. Could have a hidden purpose. Let's keep an ear on it. Looks like a dead end.
No. There is a fell magic at work here. Examine the photon reflectors closely.
You're right. There's something off about those mirrors. Whoa! The Guardian's energy signature just changed. Where are they?
This must be an ancillary effect of Fikrul's echo. Some kind of extra-dimensional projection.
It is a reflection of his fortress. Just as the Scorn are the dark reflections of the Eliksni.
The radiation signature here matches your opponents in the fortress.
Use their energy against them. Collect as much as you can before crossing back. It's the Mad Bomber, another of Fikrul's barons.
Tonics always targeted civilians, even as an Eliksni. I am not surprised he revels in these atrocities.
Fikrul thinks of himself as some kind of savior. As if he's helping all these Eliksni. It's perverse.
His delusions of greatness appeared even as an Archon in the House of Wolves. But then, as now, he seeks only to save himself from inadequacy.
He's desperate to prove that he's more than a joke played on me by the Ahamkara. The radiation in that place is starting to take a toll. I'd get out of there as soon as possible. It's the Mindbender. Watching Fikrul bring these barons back. It's like all of our work, Kate's sacrifice, is being undone.
Hyrax seeks refuge in the adjacent dimension.
Follow him back to the material plane, Guardian. Don't let him escape.
soon be decided.
I'm not so sure. This whole thing feels like a spectacle for Fikrul's followers. And he's not ready for the show to end yet.
Araskis returns. Do not let her slip away this time.
Frame really came alive during that mission.
Yes, the energies of the Revenant plane were just the component it needed. Unfortunately, we're no closer to ending Fikrul. Or curing my father's curse.
Have patience, daughter. We must know our enemy before we defeat them. And the Guardian has discovered much of value this day.
Now we just need to locate the lost apothecary, and we'll have all the tools to finish the job. I just read Ido's report on Fikrul's fortress. Good work, Guardian.
Is that your measure of success? A report? Any Kell worth their ether would see you docked.
Yeah. Guardian, I invited Aramis to weigh in here. Ida was right. We need her intel.
Luckily, Ido's research continues, despite your incompetence. She's close to recreating a tonic that can alter the polarity of ether.
Could be key in breaking through to Fikrul.
Records from Old Reese name the plants required. Organisms genetically cultivated over centuries by eco-splicers. With fragrances and colors that have yet to exist on your drab little planet. All now extinct, withered and polluted by the whirlwind. The active ingredients might still be harvested from Earth's primitive flora. But only one still living knows what they are.
Our lost apothecary. We've got to find her.
Re-enter Fikrul's lair and fetch her at once. Fail again, and I shall be forced to take more drastic measures.
Guardian, we're getting ready for another attack on Fikrul's fortress. I've been doing my best to follow the apothecary's notes. It was hard to find some of the components, but I think I'm on the right track. I'm calling this the tonic of ether clarification. A way to extract the darkness from ether and suffuse it with light. If it works at all. I haven't been able to test it, and I can't be sure anything will affect Fikrul while he holds the echo. Guardian, if you can fight your way into Fikrul's base and find the apothecary, first-hand knowledge will go a long way. Fikrul thinks he's beaten us, that you're in a stalemate, and he can toy with you. I know it's difficult, but for now, let him believe that. Take the chance to learn everything you can. We'll prove ourselves in the end.
All right, Guardian. Time to take another run at Fikrul.
I challenge you to make more of this mission than the last. The scorned Kell mocks us.
Fikrul has the echo, yes. But the Guardian is not unarmed.
You're the expert on being unarmed.
Now. Let's focus up. Our goals are to find the lost apothecary, explore the fortress, and empower the Guardian's new weapon. Let's go.
So begins the gauntlet of Fikrul's resurrected misfits.
Misfit indeed. Cast out of Eliksni society, the Rescues has found a new home.
The trickster flees yet again. The darkness has not granted her courage.
Courage is no guarantee of victory. You have proven it many times, Aramis.
Hold up, Guardian. Something about that instrument changed. There's new playable notes.
Similar to an instrument of old Reese. Crude, but beautiful.
The Scorn developing artistry. Preposterous.
The power of the echo is great. Perhaps it grants more than undead.
Guardian, your weapon is reacting to the radiation around you, like it's evolving. Keep exploring the Revenant plane. If we do our jobs, it won't be around much longer.
Human legends viewed mirrors as gateways. Perhaps there is truth in this.
So, we saw the same thing in Savathun's throne world. Keep an eye on your new weapon, Guardian.
It grants sight beyond vision. Perhaps not everything is as solid as it seems.
Like Ido said, your weapon is linked to this plane. The more of it you uncover, the stronger it becomes. Guardian, the Revenant plane has a unique energy signature. Collecting it may be the key to bypassing enemy defenses.
Of the Origin libraries. Do the Woken know he lives?
I didn't mention it to Mara. I've got enough diplomatic knots to untangle already.
Too long, my children served others. The great machine, my father, the witness. Now, they serve themselves. They build the same. Scorn are free. For the first time. Free!
The Revenant plane shows a level of sophistication I've not seen from the Scorn.
The longer Fikrul possesses the echo, the more his mastery will grow. As with my Sundaresh.
And we saw where that led. The sooner we get it off him, the better.
Fikrul rants about liberation as he builds an army of Eliksni corpses. It's disgusting.
And familiar, yes. He speaks of unity, freedom from the great machine, hypocrisy of humanity. Aramis gave similar speeches, while Varix cheered.
I will not be compared to that maniac.
Enough! I'm done looking backward, hashing over every regret and poor decision. We've got a chance to do something good here. Let's not miss it by getting stuck in the past.
If the Echo has the power to make whole worlds, it's mightier than I feared. I wonder what it might do in worthier hands. The Hive, fight alongside this dreg of exile.
Hyrax learns much of the planes beyond. I respect such knowledge. The Mindbender flaunts his knowledge of planar travel. Pursue him back to Fikrul's lair.
Serve me. Witness the power of Fikrul, life-bringer.
It's well and good to potter about this grand hovel, but without the apothecary, it does us no good.
I hear you. She's valuable, so I'm willing to bet Fikrul is keeping her near the throne room.
It's the apothecary. You've done it, machine spawn.
Her name is Ixis. She is of old Reese. Perhaps older than Varix, even.
She's grateful for your help, but does not count any human as an ally. She understands all you say, but refuses to speak in your tongue. We are kindred spirits. Do not fear. Ido and I will win her to our cause. Araski's returns. She exhibits more courage now than she ever did as an Eliksni.
Her faith in Fikrul makes her bold.
Does the dead return to worship? To kill, so it kills. Every day the Scorn army grows, their bodies shaped by my hands. We are beyond death. Fear nothing, my children, for your father is Kell of Kells.
This is a big deal, Guardian. The apothecary was our last missing piece. Hopefully she'll put Ido's tonic over the top. Next time we come back here, it'll be to finish the job.
I'm glad you called, Guardian. I've been speaking with the apothecary. She's quite a character. She says you're a light-eating demon who stole the great machine. And also, thank you. She's been a great help.
Lightbearer, I feel your power. A familiar tingle in this splicer gauntlet.
Father? What are you doing on this channel?
I hear screams wrenched from the throats of the Scorn. Oh, I smell their sweet rot.
Kell, stay where you are. I'm coming.
Take me with you, emissary of pain. I will rip the echo from the Scorn Archon myself. We will devour their fear. Free me.
Guardian, are you still there? I'm sorry. Kell is rarely himself anymore. I've sedated him for his own sake. We're almost finished with the tonic. Whether it will cure him or not is unknown. I'd best get back to work. This data is exactly what we need. I'll start a signal transfer.
If there's anything I can do to help with your tonic research, just say the word. I'd like to make up for lost time.
Freeing Aramis was plenty. She's our responsibility now. The apothecary would like to know if you're here to arrest her, too?
No. No, I'm not. We're going to do everything we can to bring her back to her people. Well, I am a bureaucrat.
She thought you were some kind of Kell.
If this will go more smoothly without Vanguard oversight, I won't interfere. Guardian? Ido? As you were.
The apothecary confirms your data transmission is complete, Guardian.
Scribe Ido, Kell requires you at City's Court East, yes? Hostages rescued from Revenant's hunting.
I'm needed on standby. Old Rezian tonics are aiding lightbearers across the front line.
The Kell requires just a moment.
This research has an exponential impact on the battle skein. Skirmishes across the reef are interlinked with conflicts on Earth. And we have yet to find a cure for my father.
Then time with Mithrax is not guaranteed. More reason to parley, yes?
When the Slayer Baron secures the throne, my father will see this is worth it.
As you wish.
Thank you for completing the final experiment, Guardian. We've exhausted every known reagent. And I don't believe a cure for my father is in our reach.
Slayer Baron, I won't ask you to suffer this. But I must speak candidly with my daughter. I'm sure there are troubles to attend across the system.
I have other matters as well.
Stay. Please. I cannot blame you, but you have been elusive.
It's been difficult to face. I failed. Whatever is happening to you will progress.
No, there is no failure here. and I despise subjecting you to what I've become. But there are things I must say. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am a sorry excuse for a Kell. A miser, but no more. When Fikrul burns away, a new age for Eliksni begins. Led by a first and final Kell of Kells, a new Mithrax.
Never.
You would be helpless to stop me.
Our people always find a way, even at the highest cost.
False bravery from a daughter of misers.
I'm sorry I couldn't face you. I was afraid my memories of you would be replaced by this. Never again.
I'm sorry. I am sorry for the obligations I've put on you. That I chose to be a leader more than a father.
You always gave me that same freedom to choose.
As ever, daughter, you walk this hardship path with grace. I see you, and my heart surges.
I love you too. Guardian, this will be the best and final test of what we have learned together. This tonic will alter the ether that flows through Fikrul's body, filling him with light. While the potion runs its course, he will be Eliksni, not Scorn. My hope is that Fikrul will be cut off from his dark ether just long enough for you to put an end to him. To bring him a final death, as the ghosts say. I've had an injector prepared and delivered to you. I wish we could have tested it first. But we have to take advantage of Fikrul's arrogance while we can. I know you can do this, Slayer Baron. Our house trusts in you.
All is prepared for a final battle, Slayer Baron. Soon the Kell of Kells will be decided, yes? Since the House of Rain prophecy, many fought to unite Eliksni. Varix was one of them. Much ether was spent over empty hopes, creating enemies, building nothing. When Na-Veskirisk made peace, House Salvation saw cowardice. We were haunted by memories of old Reese. Prosperity, songs, kin, all vanished. We thought, with power, we will reclaim our home. But the more power we grasped, the further we drifted, until we became the whirlwind we fled. Now, there are only two. All other Kells fallen. All other houses ruined. Finally, Varix understands. What is lost, yes. We cannot reclaim, cannot go back. Varix's time is gone. He can preserve our history, but is not our future. That belongs to Na-Veskirisk, Ido, and the House of Light.
All right, Guardian. This is our last, best chance to shut down Fikrul.
The concoction you carry will alter his ether, making him vulnerable for a short time.
Tear him open. Decorate his throne with blood. Then I alone will reign.
Father, you shouldn't be here. You're not yourself.
He will stay. If we succeed, he will be Kell of Kells. He should witness this. Curse be damned.
I smell fear behind the trickster's grin. Delicious. Where are we? Have we found Fikrul?
Welcome back, Na-Veskirisk Kell. Try to stay with us. The Guardian is closing in. The instrument. It's been fully repaired.
There must be one nearby who tends to it.
We should find them. I would be most curious to meet a Scorn musician.
Back into the Revenant plane, Guardian. I know it's painful, but you've got to push through.
This place grows like a tumor on reality, leeching the very life from those who enter. An inspiration for my rule as Kell of Kells.
Father, you don't mean that.
Kellics always did prefer indiscriminate suffering to an honest duel. They deserve to die as Scorn.
Finally, the cursed Kell arrives to accept his defeat. The fall of his house and his ascent into darkness. The Echo's power eats through the Eliksni, degrading their ether from within. Scorn waits just beneath their carapaces, eager to rupture forth. Molting, evolving, becoming anew, as am I. Listen, my friends. I must speak quickly. I struggle to keep the curse at bay. Once Fikrul's reign is over, if my curse cannot be abated, my leadership must pass to another. I will not dethrone Fikrul, only to become him.
Have faith, Father. Everyone here has worked tirelessly to prepare this assault. It will not fail.
I speak not from lack of faith, but an abundance of love for you and my house.
I understand, Na-Veskirisk Kell. If the worst should happen, the Vanguard will protect your people. Even from you, if necessary.
With the mind-bender's knowledge of high magic, yet soon master the Revenant plane. We must end this profane union now.
I have proven in front of my children that they are worthy, deserving a future denied by you and my father.
Once Fikrul falls, we must be ready to retrieve the Echo.
It will be mine, resistance. Your Kell demands it.
The Echo is of old Reese. It belongs to the Eliksni. Not some disgraced god clawing its way back into existence.
The apothecary is free to go. Why is she still here?
She does not think Fikrul will turn her into a Revenant. Her knowledge of ether is too valuable. Besides, she has no desire to live with humans. Instead, she will study the Revenants and report findings to Ido.
That's insane. Imagine staying with the Scorn willingly.
She says you overestimate the appeal of your city. And suggests you dock yourself in a most exotic fashion.
Araskis throws her life away for the final time. I would give much to drive the final blade through myself.
With your I'm dead. Last Eliksni will all become Scorn. See, Fikrul is not a mistake. Fikrul is not a black rat. Save my children.
Old Reese. The Reese of my youth. Do you hear that, Guardian? The Echo speaks to us. It is a memory of old Reese. Of a moment before the whirlwind. During an age of heroes. The Echo wants to return home. To make Reese all of this whole again. And it wants me as its new bearer. I accept. But I have conditions.
She cannot be trusted with power. She knows only war. After all I've done for our people, the Echo I can feel it. The light flowing through me once more. You have my gratitude. Na-Veskirisk. I greet you in the light once again, Guardian. You have prevented another whirlwind, and brought honor to the title of Slayer Baron. I am now Kell of Kells, but I do not embrace it with 4 arms. Though I feel the light flow through me once more, I fear the God of Pain will always be with me. A lingering note of discord in my blood. I thought to make Aramis or Varric's Kell of Kells, but they refused. Aramis offered me the Echo, but I could not accept. It has chosen her. Ido would keep the Echo in Soul to clarify the ether of the Scorn, but it is too great a threat. We cannot risk another mass corruption. Instead, Aramis will take the Echo far from this system. Perhaps she can finally create a new Eliksni homeworld, as she always dreamed. Besides, House Light has all it needs here. Kin, allies, and the great machine above.
I'm the scribe of our house. Even so, I don't know if I can find the right words to thank you for everything you've done. My father's soul is intact. The houses of light and salvation are safe. And you made all of this possible. I really should thank you formally as a Slayer Baron of our house. But I hope you know that I consider you a true friend. I don't know if we can call Na-Veskirisk a friend, but I owe her much. She could have taken the Echo and abandoned us, but she chose to help. Do you think our talks over the last few weeks got through to her? I'd like to think so. You gave her the chance to put some good in the world. Thank you for placing your faith in both of us, Guardian. The truth is, none of us can say what the future will bring. Maybe Varrix really will rebuild the House of Judgment. Maybe we'll divide into many houses once again. Maybe the Eliksni will drift away from Soul and find new worlds. For now, my people have a new Kell to unite them. To lead them along a path very different from the one that the Kells of old envisioned for us. Whatever comes, you'll always have a place in that future, Guardian. And a place in the House of Light.
So, you restored order to the reef, eh? Good thing, too. My scavenger crews were on the verge of mutiny. I'll admit, you deserve a measure of credit. Not actual credit, of course, and certainly not for me. The real distinction belongs to Ido and Aramis. Apparently, the ship stealer is embracing her name again, prepping a salvation catch for an interstellar haul. It's ironic. After all her flailing, Aramis finally created a new era for the Eliksni. We're junking off for good. Safe drift, I say. Huh? Now, the Kell of Kells is undisputed, and business can resume. Of course, there'll be upstarts and rabble-rousers. Plenty of Eliksni still hate the Vanguard. But you'll put them back in line, eh? After all, the light provides. Oh, it's good to be back on top.
Guardian, I wanted to drop a quick thank you. I've learned a lot from my first assignment as Hunter Vanguard, and I couldn't have done it without you. Looking back, I might have been a little uptight about the rules. I didn't want to take too many risks on my first time out. Being Hunter Vanguard is a risky business. No way around it. I'm sure Cade would agree. And our riskiest move of all, setting Aramis free, ended up being our saving grace. The Echo chose her to cure Mizrax Kell and rebuild Old Reese. Her devotion to her people outweighed her hatred of humanity after all. And now that Mizrax is Kell of Kells, she can leave in good conscience, knowing that the Eliksni of Soul are in good hands. Of course, that still leaves the city leaders. They're pretty upset that Aramis is in the wind. But they'll forget about her soon enough. Not me, though. I'll remember her as an unrelenting headache who helped put Uldren's most desperate mistake to rest and changed the course of Eliksni history forever.
Machine spawn. This is Aramis of No House, Echo Bearer, and Voice of Reese. I reach you from the outer edges of Seoul, where I am departing this war-torn slum forever. That I leave my people under your blithe tyranny shall be another of my unavoidable regrets. The Echo believes I am still worthy, but I am not so certain. I've been drifting for so long now. I barely remember who I was in this place. The Kell I am now has scars, faults, debts to repay. I've made so many compromises. Can I truly say I am of Old Reese? Ida would have me stay, of course, using my new power to reclaim Scorn from the darkness. But the Echo calls me home. Its song resonates through every drop of my being. It sounds like gusts of ether flowing through canyons, boiling as clouds and condensing as dew, nourishing a paradise safe from humanity and the great machine. My kin will once again be weavers and dancers, instead of the scrabbling insects you made us. Soon enough, the machine spawn will be no more than a legend to frighten hatchlings. I shall build a new life with my family, and think of you no more.
Everything here end in violence. I was sure our mutual appreciation for music would create common ground.
The Scorn seek to exterminate us. Violence is our common ground.
What's up, hero? You ready to bang knuckles?
I can smell the hatred of the Hive upon you.
How you living?
To work.
Gambit's always looking for guardians. You in?
Welcome, Slayer of Oryx.
You ready to bang knuckles?
You have faced the Hellmouth and lived.
Kill anything big lately?
God Killer.
Hey kid, looking good.
I can smell the hatred of the Hive upon you. You have faced the Hellmouth and lived.
Gambit's always looking for guardians. You in?